So how important is it to have a great IQ? Let's go down memory lane. The man with the greatest IQ of all time was a man called William Sidis. He had an IQ of between 250 to 300. He became a Harvard professor at the age of 16. But when you look at his life, you see that he never really accomplished anything significant outside his academic prowess. In fact, after a while, he began living from place to place. He became like a nomad. He adopted libertarian views, and his end was quite shameful compared to the kind of intelligence that he had. But let's go through a couple of other people. Garry Kasparov, the greatest chess player of all time, has an IQ of 190. Great, impressive. Great man. We can look at Christopher Hirata, professor at Ohio State University with an IQ of 210. Or Terence Tao, professor of mathematics at UCLA with an IQ of 220. And take a look at Philip Emeagwali, who has an IQ of 190. But when we compare this to some of the greatest men who ever lived, Steve Jobs, for example, is one of the most definitive figures of the last 50 to 100 years. His IQ was lower than 150. We can talk about other people like Albert Einstein didn't even have an IQ that was higher than 180. Isaac Newton, of course, had an IQ of 190, but there are several people. Elon Musk, if you do a test of his IQ, you'll find out that he doesn't even have the IQ of some of those great geniuses I spoke about, like Terence Tao, Christopher Hirata, and William Sidis. So how important is it to have a high IQ, or is the definitive factor in success in life a high IQ? My answer to that is a definitive no. And why do I say so? I say so because beyond IQ, I think more important than IQ is EQ. A lot of us have established that and agree with that. But more than EQ, I think there are two other quotients that are very necessary. One, I call it RQ, quotient for relentlessness. And then the other one is CQ, your quotient for creativity. You see, you can be academically smart. You could be a genius academically, and yet you don't have the kind of results, you don't have the kind of impact to society that other people with lower IQ had. So I think success in life is a combination of four quotients: IQ, EQ, CQ, creativity quotient, and then finally relentless quotient. If you combine all those four qualities, you'll find out that you are not only a blessing to yourself, but you are a blessing to humanity in general. Let's not forget that people like John Sununu, former special advisor to George H.W. Bush, was the smartest in the George W. Bush administration. But if you look at the top 5 politicians in American history in the last 50 to 100 years, Sununu will not make the cut, and yet he was the smartest of them all academically. I can give you examples upon examples, but the essence of this message I'm trying to pass across is that success in life is a combination of intelligence, creativity, relentlessness, and emotional intelligence. I hope this works well for you. Do have an amazing day, and bye for now.